Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I wasn't planning to do a video this week. I have been physically exhausted, um somewhat emotionally drained. Sometimes life gets you, and um and I just felt like I was gonna need a timeout. But like anything that happens along the way, I said, okay, might as well talk about something. I just was like, I felt like I was being guided to talk on this video. And so I have been pretty much trying to pretty much have fun as of lately, because I have been so caged up during the whole pandemic thing, and then of course being sick. So last week I was able to do a lot of fun things, and honestly it was a blessing in disguise because I needed to have fun. But also at the same process, it let me thinking about certain things of my past. And I was having conversations with people that I love and sharing our experiences of life. And sometimes when you think that you had overcome some traumas of your past, life has a funny way to bring up those traumas back out again. I was just listening to somebody sharing their experience of their traumas, and little this person know that I was triggered also with certain traumas of things happening in the current status, and it brought out these old feelings from the past, and it just left me really beside myself, and I had to literally walk away because I felt things that were so similar to what I went through, and it really left me really messed up. But it's not deterring me from moving forward. It's one of those things that when you think you are getting past those pains of your past, and people say, oh, you need to give yourself a lot of time, don't date with anybody, see when that you completely heal. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. In reality of all realities, when is it a good time that you completely heal? Because you give yourself enough time for yourself to get together, get yourself emotionally together. And when people that put that pressure, oh, you got to give yourself time, you got to heal, and I'm being kind of like a little, a little BS, but it's just, it irks me because no matter the amount of healing that you do for yourself in your life, when is it the right time? I don't think there will ever be a right time, because no matter what, you're always healing. Yes, I would give, I am being honest, yes, you need that time when you first initially break up with somebody. You got to give yourself that little time to get your mentally together and you know, decompress everything, which I still stand firm with that. But when you really try your best and getting past that whole decompressing stage, and now you're feeling mentally ready to move forward and, you know, say, okay, I'm gonna venture out to the new world again. And suddenly, you know, you hit a snafu on, you know, something that triggers you. You know, it's kind of hard to just say, oh, I'm gonna take my time again and heal. And I'm not, I'm like, really? When it, you know, when does it end? You know, and I know healing is all the time, but I just think that sometimes people in this world have this sense of like, oh, you got to give yourself enough time and space to heal. And I mean, I seem a little bit all over the place with this, but in all honesty, I'm just kind of like I'm irked with this, you know, because it's just like, and you know, I have given myself time, and I have been reflecting a lot of my triggers, like what's triggering me, you know, the things that trigger me all the time. And I just honestly am, you know, emotionally tired. Emotionally tired of being reflective. And I think part of the healing process is just opening yourself up and have fun. Because no matter how many ways you want to sit behind closed walls and reflect your behavior, you will lose yourself in depression. No, and I don't mean like, oh, you know, just ignore all the problems of the world, you know, if things happen to you personally, that you should ignore it and just have fun. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to say is that, yes, you give yourself that time to heal. You know, like I gave myself my 2 years, and I feel like I'm ready to have fun. And by that little snafu of trigger, you know, I'm gotten to the point that I'm not gonna let this hold me back. You know, I've reflected enough time to know what is causing those triggers, and I understand what things I need to change within myself to prevent those triggers to keep happening. And I think no matter what circumstances comes along the way, there's always going to be something to trigger. But the thing is, you can't run and hide. Sometimes you got to face it. But at the same time, keep moving forward. You know, I have fun. And no, I'm not trying to because, you know, like most people will try to have fun just to avoid the pain. I'm not even doing that. I'm not doing that. I am just pretty much staying very conscious of how I'm feeling. But I am determined to get out of that funk and say, you know what? It's my time to have fun. You know? And because life is too short. Life is too short to be hiding and wallowing. You know, it's like, you know, a lot of you know that I love my music. I love to play heavy metal and, or even dance music. My Latina side of me kicks in, and I and I start dancing, So it's just one of those things that I like to do. And even gathering around with friends and sitting and, having dinner, or, have conversations and laugh about ourselves, life, whatever. But it is important to just acknowledge the things that you're feeling at the moment, and don't hide behind a mask of pain when you're not feeling it. Because if I'm feeling pain, I will not be hanging out with anybody. I will stay home and get through the process. But if I'm feeling really good and, I want to have fun, guess what? I'm going to have fun, because it's important to have a balance of life. You can't be always hiding behind closed doors and reflect every single thing that you've done in the past. That's not, that's okay for a short period of time. But it's not good for the long term. It's not. You need to have balance. You need to have a little bit of balance of life. And that's where I'm at. Things might knock me down a couple of times. I'll, go through the process of pain and grieving. But best be sure I'm coming back. And I'm not going to let anything or anybody hold me back. Because at the end of the day, you know what? I'm thinking about me now. If nobody wants to be beside me, oh well. C'est la vie. So I don't have, oh my God, this is so awesome. The first ladybug. Woo! The first ladybug of the season. I was just like looking down, I see something crawling. I'm like, where did that came from? See, I love ladybugs. That's my sign of some, wonderful things. This is awesome. That made my day. But it, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. I'm acknowledging that sometimes life can knock you down, but I'm not letting it deter me from doing what I love, or being people that I love, or having a life. Because I, like my kids, they love to see me like being a goofball. And when there's days that I'm not, they're like, gee, Ma, what's wrong with you? No, I'm just like, well, not feeling it today. But best be sure the next day I'm okay, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. And we're back to our crazy little routine. So you need to have that balance, and really don't let life hold you back. Not for anyone or anything. This is your way of, well, it's my way of moving forward. And hopefully, better doors open up for me. Anyway, I know this video seemed very random, but I just felt like talking. This is my form of decompressing too. Alrighty, so thank you for viewing my content, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye.